Our guest speaker this year will be Hank Parker. Professional fisherman for years and years, winner of the Bassmaster Classics, and has had either hunting or fishing shows for the last 30 years. But we've got to know Mr. Parker really well over the last couple of years. He has a fantastic testimony, just a great guy, and look forward to having him involved in the event here this year.
What created the urge to do this?
So really for me, it was just growing up hunting and fishing around East Texas and sitting in the woods and just watching the woods come alive and never doubting that God existed, but not having any relationship with him. And it wasn't until a really good friend of mine just sat down and took the chance to clearly present the gospel to me that I accepted Christ. And obviously my life has never been the same since. And we were just burdened in that way that there were so many other just good people, in East Texas that loved to hunt and fish and be outdoors, but maybe never clearly heard the gospel, and just felt like God was calling us to use the outdoors to spread that message. And so it's something that we've been passionate about for the last 4 years and look forward to doing for years to come.
Do you find that many outdoorsmen have a passion for spiritual things?
I do. I mean, I feel like the Bible teaches that God reveals himself through his creation, and it's hard to sit outside and watch the sunrise and the woods come alive and deny his existence. But at the same time, we know that the gospel has to be presented for a decision to be made. And so we feel like so many outdoorsmen's hearts have already been prepared, and God just gave us a neat way to go ahead and share the gospel with them.
Some people question how, Christian faith and hunting can kind of go side by side. But for you, that's been an easy thing.
Oh, it has. And just so many of the values instilled in us through hunting and, patience and different things feel like are biblical principles. And we just feel like the more time we spend outdoors or in fellowship with one another, and also in fellowship with God through that, just the closer our relationship becomes. And so really feel like they go hand in hand. And then also we really believe in the biblical importance of the local church, and know how many local churches have just a strong presence of people who enjoy the outdoors. And we feel like this is just a great opportunity for them to invite their friends that may have had trouble getting them to come to church, but hey, here's a chance to go win a gun, and the gospel will be clearly presented, and then we know that God's word doesn't go out void.
And obviously, you do not have an aversion to guns or weapons.
No, we don't. We don't at all. Like I said, we'll give away 25 guns here in Sulphur Springs, and some really, everything from AR-15s to some really nice shotguns and higher end rifles and pistols. And we love guns and love the opportunity just to offer that as an incentive for people to come.
And when you say you're giving them away, obviously there are some background checks that are made.
There are, yes, sir. You have to complete all the FFL paperwork that you would normally have to complete, and we do those giveaways based on just a $1 raffle ticket. So you buy as many $1 raffle tickets as you wanted and put those to it. So we try to keep it really inexpensive, and then just our entry into the event is $10, but that also includes a barbecue meal, and then kids 10 and under are free. And we know we've also provided y'all with a bunch of free tickets to give away.
And we'll be doing that a little later on here as we move toward the event, because we want to keep people reminded of this specific event. Now, yes, this event is going to be at?
It'll be at the Hopkins County Civic Center at 6:30 p.m. on September the 19th. We encourage people to get there a little bit early just because seats fill up, and we did have such a good crowd last year. It helps us if people are spread out just a little bit as they come in, where we can feed everybody. It got pretty wild there for about 30 minutes last year.
Yeah, and as you look at this particular event, obviously you've been sharing it with a lot of people through various and sundry mediums, including radio here. As you share it, if you had to pinpoint one specific thing about this event, what would you really want to promote beyond all else?
I would say something that was kind of a surprise to us as we started putting these events on, but we appreciate it so much, is just how family-friendly an event it is. We, just kind of with the medium that we picked, we thought there would be more of a trend towards just outdoors men, but I would say 85 to 90% of our attendees are families, and we promote that really family-friendly atmosphere, and just a great place to bring your family and get ready for hunting season.
Hunting and fishing both carry with them a lot of family time, do they not?
They do. It's a great opportunity for a family to get out in the outdoors, get away from all the distractions of the world, and just really spend time focusing on their family.
When I was growing up, my dad, we had a dairy farm, so we didn't get away very often, but my dad had loved to squirrel hunt when he was younger, and we would go to a farm. We lived in the south part of the county. We went up to the north part of the county to his old family farm. We would go squirrel hunting up there, and there's some memories tied to that will always be with me, and I guess that's one of the pleasures of the hunting thing.
Yes, sir. No, the same thing with me. I grew up hunting and fishing with my dad and my brother, and some of my fondest memories for sure.
Yeah. Tell people what you do to pay for your passion, I guess I should say.
Well, my background, I have a degree in wildlife and conservation science, and I manage about 10,000 acres of ranch property out in West Texas. But we also have a farm and ranch real estate brokerage company called Liberty Land and Ranch, and so we do a lot of farm and ranch transactions, even up in this area. And God's just blessed us to be able to pour into this ministry as opposed to having to take anything from it. So.
I wanted to point out the conservation background here, because hunting is a part of conservation, and how one hunts has a lot to do with that.
It is, and so many of the revenues from money spent by sportsmen is funneled back into conservation, and hunters are probably the best conservationists there are. Just the fact that they have a respect for the animals and population management and things of that nature. And so, really, it's sometimes you see negative things about hunters in regards to conservation, but when the truth is told that they're the greatest supporters of conservation there are. Sure.
Because they want to keep hunting.
Yes, sir. That's exactly right.
Tell us about, you're having a hunt auction. Tell us about that.
Sir. Yes, sir. We'll auction off several hunts here at this event. Just in particular, I can think of that I know we have already. We'll have a trophy whitetail hunt on one of our ranches out in Palapena County. We'll also do a night vision hog hunting trip. Some of our friends own a guide service there out of the Palestine area that's a really neat thermal imaging type hog hunt. And our friends over here at the 1024 Ranch in Fairleigh, they've donated a 3-man bird hunt for quail, pheasant, and chukar. Okay. And we've got several other hunts as well, duck hunts and a cow elk hunt, just multiple things that we'll auction off and kind of be all around different price points, and be an opportunity for everybody to bid on some different hunts.
Wow, those hunts in and of themselves sound exciting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We've got some good quality hunts.
Yeah. Some people have a passion for hunting specific things. Some people are like me. If I go hunting for something one time, and when I'm successful, I'm done.
Yes, sir.
I move on to the next thing.
Yes, sir.
For you, what is your passion in hunting?
Oh, sir, I'd say probably more than anything, really enjoy bow hunting for whitetails. Just the challenge that brings, and hunting a specific mature buck.
Okay.
So.
And I'm sure with 10,000 acres that you manage, there's an opportunity to do that every once in a while.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're very blessed with some opportunities.
Yeah. So let's summarize again this event that's coming up. It's at the Hopkins County Regional Civic Center.
Yes, sir.
And
at 6:30 p.m. on Saturday the 19th. Like I said, we encourage everybody to get there a little bit early so we can start feeding everyone. Be a good barbecue meal provided. We'll give away, like we said, 25 guns and a bunch of other outdoor prizes, Yeti coolers, even something for iPads and stuff for the kids, and then have the hunt auction and also a very clear presentation of the gospel.
And this event begins at 6:30 and will go on for
should be ending around 9 to 9:15.
Okay, so a good family
yes, sir.
venue for everyone
yes,
to move forward with this.